I'm standing here beside Kim and Phil Collingsworth. Welcome to Sweden.
Thank you.
Thank you, we love it.
You do? Is your first time to the country?
Yes.
Our first time, and it is very beautiful.
It's not the last time, hopefully.
Hopefully not.
Your impression about the country so far?
Beautiful, and the weather was wonderful. The people very friendly.
Gentle people.
Gentle people.
Yes, I like the gentleness and the genteelness of the people. They're very well behaved.
What about the audience that you have met so far?
Well, they're very responsive.
They are?
Very responsive to our music, and that's a lot to be thankful for.
You have traveled full-time as a family now for how many years?
12 years.
12 years, yeah.
12 years.
Sounds like a great challenge to travel as a whole family, singing together. How does it really work for you?
Well, very carefully.
Carefully.
We have to kind of stay organized as best as we can. We homeschool the children. We have for 14 years. And so taking our schoolwork with us many times, that kind of thing. You just have to be very organized and do it very carefully and think it through.
We do more than 100 concerts a year, and so the logistics of doing that and being home as much as we can, plus being prepared for our concert events, both with our transportation and the production work, and then of course our hearts, takes a great deal of time for preparation. So it's a full-time endeavor for us.
Has it always been natural for you to sing about Jesus Christ together?
I would say yes. Yes, very much.
Have the kids been pushed into it, or has it been a natural part of their life?
It has been a natural part of their lives ever since we started singing as a duet. And when the children were born, they would hear Mom and Dad singing a lot at churches. And they just kind of joined in, and it just kind of happened and evolved.
It was natural for them.
Natural.
It was as natural as brushing your teeth every morning.
Really.
To be a family in a commitment to Jesus Christ, what is the greatest challenge today, you think?
To keep focused.
Yeah.
Keep focused.
Keep focused.
Describe it.
When you're on the road and people are applauding and thank you, thank you, thank you, you have to remember and keep focused that Jesus Christ is the center.
Right.
And this is why we do what we do, is because of Him, not because of us.
Right.
He's given us talents, and we're to give them back to Him through this ministry. It's a challenge.
We feel that every Christian is given a job in the kingdom, and everybody are equal servants, because we're all working towards the same end, and that's to get to heaven.
Despite
to
if
serve
you're
the
on
King.
the stage or not.
Exactly.
Yes.
And so for whatever reason, the Lord chose this little portion of the kingdom to be our responsibility. But we do keep it in perspective that we're just servants fulfilling that, our portion. And everybody else's portion is just as important as ours.
You have been operating together in a very special way, but an ordinary family that understands that we want to take another step together with the Lord. Which advice will you give?
First of all, spend as much time as you can together as a family, reading God's Word and praying. Those two things, and you do them together. And the other thing we found that has really glued us together as a family spiritually is the times that the six of us have experienced God's presence together. And those very unusual times when the Lord's presence settles in and nobody wants to move because you just understand His presence is there, those have really kind of glued us together as a family spiritually.
And I would say have as much fun as you can together.
Yes. As a family.
As a family. Do fun things together. One thing I try to remember is the children are with us all the time, but we have to stop and do things that they want to do.
Such as?
Such as going to at home in America, we go to the theme park where you ride roller coasters.
Are you on them?
She's a
Yes.
good one.
You're.
Yes.
Oh, she does much better than me.
My children love it when Mom gets on the rides.
Yeah.
Or taking them to do, to play baseball or whatever. We do things, we try to remember to do things that they like, not just what we want to do, because that's not fun for them.
And the other thing is we've given them ownership of our music ministry too. They feel ownership, they feel responsibility, And it's not like it's our thing that they're doing. It is our thing as a whole, the whole family, rather than just she and I, and they're tagging along. So they feel some ownership.
Talking about the future, how long time do you think or expect that you can remain as a full-time, ongoing family on the tours?
On the tours. Only the Lord probably knows that, and it may not stay in the exact form it is right now. We may have in-laws join us. We may have some, peel off as babies are born. But probably until, Kim and I are no longer able to do this, we will do this the rest of our lives, I would say most likely. And in some form, the children will be involved, whether it's their spouses, whatever.
Kim, when I heard you Friday evening, you played on the piano, To God be the glory. To me, it seems that you were not aware of the audience. It was you together with the piano and together with the Lord. What do you experience in that moment when you are there playing, fully committed to what you are doing, and somehow praising the Lord with the piano?
Well, I never play a song that I don't know all of the words, because when I know the words, I think the words as I play them. And it blesses my heart. And the reason I love To God be the glory is my husband just had brain surgery in December. And God truly brought him through. And I say, To God be the glory. And I look at my children on stage and I see God working through them, and I say, To God be the glory. And so many things He's brought us through, tough times and the good times, and all that He's done for us and given us. And I say, I feel so blessed. And sometimes I do forget that the audience is out there. I don't know, I feel sheer joy. Maybe that's the right word.
I have asked the other artists about one special homecoming concert memory. Do you have one that just pops up like that? A memory from the concerts together with the Gators that you really can recall right now?
One of those first Texas homecomings was very, very special. It was one of the very first times our family had ever sung with the Gators. And I'll never forget one night, out of the clear blue, Bill turned to me and he said, I want Olivia to sing by herself. And she was only maybe 7 or 8. And I'll never forget what she said afterwards. She said, Daddy, that man scared me really bad. She said my leg was shaking, but she did an awesome job and sang for Bill, and when it was done, it really, really touched his heart. So that really warmed me to the entire homecoming audience and to Bill and Gloria. They were very, very warm to our children.
Thanks very much. Welcome back to Sweden.
Thank you.
Thank you very
so
much.
much. God bless.
Thanks.
Yes.